Hi, my name's Matt Cashman. I'm 18, and this summer I was the East London Shakespeare Festival's apprentice actor in their production of Midsummer Night's Dream. Um, so I'm just going to talk a little bit about what that was like. Um, cool. So before the festival, I'd had like some acting experience. I'd done a fair bit of like stuff with Chicken Shed. I'd done shows with them. I'd also done the National Youth Theatre's Connections programme, which was really cool, and both of them have brought me some quite good experience. And equally, I'd had quite good, quite a good drama department to work with at my school, so I was in a relatively good place, kind of from an amateur perspective. And I just wanted to kind of apply for um, the East London Shakespeare Festival's Apprentice Actor scheme, just because it just seemed like something which could kind of elevate my work and help me get a better understanding of my work and the way in which I worked and the way in which I should be working on kind of a different and higher level. And yeah, and it really did bring me that. Obviously we had 2.5 3 weeks of rehearsals, which just to kind of be in a rehearsal room with people who are like as committed as you are, and people who know what they're doing, and people who have that dedication, and to be under a director who has that vision. I mean, it was just a completely different ball game. It was really quite, it was incredible to experience, and it taught me a lot about how to rehearse and how to kind of play with text, and how to um, the different ways of kind of looking at things in within Shakespeare and within, I guess, just drama generally. It was really eye-opening in that sense. Um, and then obviously once the shows got underway, that also taught me a lot about kind of also playing with stuff on stage, but also kind of more practical things about kind of stamina and about because we were doing shows some days. It was outdoor theatre. We were doing shows in like 30-degree heat, so that taught me a lot about kind of that sort of thing, about taking care of yourself, about doing a long run, about how not to get bored of a show when you've done it like 20 times. So yeah, like there was a lot of kind of practical stuff that came along with that, and also just the way in which, and also there was just a lot of experience that I got, like, so that obviously taught me a lot, and there was also a lot of experience that I got about just like the way the industry works, just from like talking to the cast, talking to the crew. Yeah, just like it was really cool to like get all that knowledge, and just to kind of have everyone pool all of their knowledge. The cast and the creatives have them all pool of their knowledge together, and have me kind of be able to drink out of that pool, I guess. Um, so it was just really cool to hear everything they had to say. Um, I'd like completely recommend it. I thought it was such a good scheme, and it's really opened up my understanding of of not just of Shakespeare, but of the industry, of acting generally, of the different ways in which you can do that sort of, like, in which a person can act, the different techniques. All of that is just stuff that I really hadn't thought of in as much depth, and I didn't really know that I had to think of in as much depth, and it's really opened my mind up to that. So yeah, I definitely recommend the Apprentice Actor scheme. It was just really good. I had a really good time, and I gained a lot of valuable experience, I think, which is going to help me in the future.
Having studied this play and watched many different theatrical and film productions of this play, I'd have to say that this particular one was one of the best, if not the best, performances of A Midsummer Night's Dream. After having watched this performance, I'd say that I have gained a wider perspective on the characters, looking at the interpretations, and it has really gotten me interested in seeing different viewpoints from these different characters, from the costume design to the actors to the setting to everything. It was honestly brilliant. To everyone who worked behind the scenes to put this production together, it was truly spectacular. And I'm grateful that I myself was even able to be a part of this production. And I look forward to what comes ahead.
Hi, my name is Sophia. I'm here to talk to you guys about how I found Midnight Summer's Dream by East London Shakespeare Festival. So I came across East London Shakespeare Festival through my college, Big Creative Education in Waltham Forest. And knowing that East London Shakespeare Festival was local, I took the opportunity on board. But not only that, so what happened was the first opportunity was to interview the cast behind the scenes, and getting to know their experiences of how they got into the industry of acting and drama, whatever you want to name it. And then the second opportunity was to volunteer, and as soon as I saw that opportunity, I took it on board, and I was just like, I'm doing this. There's like so much I can gain from it. So I didn't gain just experience, I gained confidence in myself. I think I've literally opened up from where I was before to like seeing people, talking to new people. It's just been a whole new experience. To anyone that loves outdoor theatre, I would definitely recommend East London Shakespeare Festival, because it's not only acting, it's a whole new it's a whole new experience altogether. Just like sitting outdoors, seeing the scenery, acting outdoors as well. And just the company's like different to what people would see in a normal theatre. Because obviously you can see families enjoying themselves. It's a happy environment. And I would definitely recommend it to anyone. And yeah, I also got the opportunity to build up my portfolio with East London Shakespeare Festival, because I'm a photographer and videographer. So I took that opportunity straight away. I was just like, I'm building up my portfolio because I know that I need to do that as a media student myself at college. So I took the opportunity to take some videos of the cast acting, and some photographs, and I think the whole festival was just point on amazing.
Before doing the festival, I'd done some stage technician experience at college. Like we were taught some of the backstage work that you might be doing, but most of the course was focused on acting and performing. But we did get like a very basic understanding of backstage work and directing, lighting, all of that stuff, and sound and everything. But we never went into depth on any of it. I did a job for Raw Academy for Sammy, for the Waltham Forest Borough of Culture. We did a show and I was the assistant stage manager for that. Why you wanted to apply for the apprentice director? I just sort of want more experience in different jobs, to be honest. I enjoy acting, but I feel like if I can enjoy more jobs within the same industry, I won't know unless I try them. My role and experience within the festival. So when I started for rehearsals, my main objective was to observe Kat and learn what I could off of her as an apprentice role. But I was watching every line that the actors were saying as well. So like I found that I was, not only because I wasn't used to a rehearsal environment in like years, I was so focused on everything everyone was saying, so I could pick up any mistakes that Kat might miss out on, because she was focused on like the bigger picture. I was sort of gave myself the task to focus on all the tiny nitpicking things that everyone else would miss. All of the shows I would help with front of house. Ended up being a stage manager for a while, which that was a big shock. But once I'd done like almost a rehearsal show with the school students, I found that it was a lot easier, the rest of the shows. Not easier, but it was like a lot less stressful, the rest of the shows. And I was a lot more relaxed, and I made less mistakes when I was more relaxed, but that was also because I felt like I was more experienced in it, and I just understood what I was doing. Like I knew what I was doing at that point, so I didn't have to stress about it. I feel like I've gained a lot of experience in the sense that I understand a lot more how the different roles within a production or just within theatre communicate with each other. Not just in a rehearsal role, but in a production run and even afterwards. And I think beforehand, but I didn't experience that as much. But I sort of understand a lot more of the collaborative work that goes into making something, which I didn't necessarily have as an actor. So I feel like I've learned a lot from the apprentice scheme, and I can't fault it really. I've learned a lot and I really enjoyed it.